Hello and welcome to PC Engine Classics. In this installment, the game is 1943 Kai, released in 1987 originally in arcades and in 1991 for the PC Engine. This game, the PC Engine version, was developed by Nexussoft, which is very well known for their high-quality shooters. This game was originally developed by Capcom in the arcades, and Capcom, of course, licensed it to Nexussoft to release it for the PC Engine. 1943 was released in a number of other consoles. It was released for the NES, for instance, and the NES version is very good for the NES standards. But this version obviously blows that one away because, it can be far more advanced, and also this is 1943 Kai, which is the Japanese, kana for difficult or just hard mode. This is also basically an enhanced version of 1943, so what you're getting here is a game that's more difficult and more feature rich. So let's play some of this. Now this game does not have a TurboGrafx 16 counterpart as far as I know. This is a PC Engine exclusive. This is, classic shoot 'em up where you're a plane and you blow up other planes, and it's very simplistic, but hey, it's fun. What makes the game more interesting and far more fun to play than 1942 is the fact that when enemies are destroyed, they drop various power-ups that you can shoot them, sort of like the bells in Twinbee. And the more you shoot them, the different abilities they'll turn into. You also have a health meter rather than like a standalone. You also have a health meter instead of a what's the word I'm trying to get? Instead of dying in a single hit. This means that when you play the game, it's far more actually forgiving, even though this is 1943 Kai, which suggests that it would be super hard. Because it's more forgiving also helps the fact that makes the game far more fun to play. So you descend in on the battleships. This is, obviously a World War II themed game. So we're play as I think it's like a American biplane, and we're going to shoot down Japanese ships. It always seems sort of strange to me because, like, this game, was developed in Japan, so, I don't know. But it seems like the kind of thing, like, it would make sense if this was like an American-made game, and, you're attacking like the Japanese and like an American, oh yeah, go America kind of thing, but apparently, die Japan. It says Japan. Not that modern day Japan has anything to do with Japan of the 1940s, of course, but that always seems strange to me. It also seems strange that the ships are such interesting colors. They don't actually look anything like what actual planes would be colored in World War II. Could be wrong, but I don't think the Japanese Navy went around with pink planes. Also, the fact that you're a biplane is very strange, too. And you're just a single biplane at that. You're not even, like, in a squadron or anything. You take off from an aircraft carrier, so... okay. As far as my history goes, I believe that the only American planes that took off from carriers that were biplanes were torpedo bombers, which were slow and definitely not extremely well armed, and you know, certainly didn't take on, you know, aircraft carriers, enemy aircraft carriers, single-handedly. But details, right? It's a video game. Now you notice the countdown at the bottom of the screen. What that is a countdown to when you lose your weapon, and it will revert back to your basic shot. That is basically your power-up timer to make sure that, you know, it keeps the game in balance, essentially. So you don't have, like, a super powerful weapon at all times, because there's no one-hit deaths in this game. For a PC Engine game, the game is really colorful and really good looking, so, you know, that's definitely a plus in the game's favor. Oh no, I died. Oh, let's continue. Hooray. Man, I gotta love retro games, you know, to make the stages differentiate from one to another, you know, because they're all just basically taking place over the sea. Just change the palette. Make it look like it's a sunset, but then call it a totally different stage, even though it's just using the same sprites, the same assets. Again, you know. That's what they did back then, and it was effective, right? You know, playing this with the PC Engine controller, this is definitely one of the better games for the system, on the system that had so many great shooters. You know, it handles extremely well with the D-pad, and you can tell this is Compile really at their best. You know, they made games like this for, you know, so many different platforms, you know, the NES, the Sega Master System, you know, tons of PCs like the MSX, MSX2. The list just goes on and on, you know, the Genesis, of course. Compile were really, really good at their craft. You have to do your barrel roll. one of them. But I failed because I didn't complete half of the stage. New stage, new palette swap. Make it look like it's night now. The music in this game is nothing phenomenal, but it is very pleasant to listen to, and, you know, I gotta, give it props because, you know, they came up with something that's good, and it works, fits the game. You know, it's far better than the beeps and bloops of 1942. Whoops, there I died. Well, anyway, that'll about do it for this video, so thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions about 1943 Kai, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Also, it would really be nice if you guys could hit the like button, because hitting the like button helps support my channel and tells me that you guys want to see more PC Engine classics in the future. So thanks for watching. If you have any recommendations for games that you want me to cover in the future, also feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. So once again, this was 1943 Kai, and I'll see you guys next time.